So today we are going to learn the first part of grade 6, the basic concept in geometry. So in the geometry, as we see that the basic concept of geometry, we have to complete the Rangoli, then have a class discussions with the help of the following questions. What kind of surface do you need for making a Rangoli? Okay, so we require a flat surface. How do you start making a Rangoli? Okay, so here we have to make a Rangoli. We need to join, right? We have to join dot according to shape. We have to choose it. Name the different shapes you see in the Rangoli. So as you see that there are different shape, right? Rectangle, line, right? Triangle, etc. Would it be possible to make a Rangoli on a scooter or an elephant's back? When making a Rangoli on a paper, what do you use to make the dots, right? So on the paper, so we can make the dot with a pen or marker, anything that we're going to use. A point shown by a tiny dot. What is mean the point? We use a pen or a sharp pencil to make the dot, right? So the dot in the Rangoli are the symbols for the points. So here a point can be given a name, a capital letter of the alphabets are used to name the point. So we can name the point by the capital letter, the dot P, right? So that is a point P, right? Point A, point T, or point C, so on, or point G, right? Or point M. We can use every time you can see that we can use a capital letter. So the point P, A, T, M, C, G in their figure alongside. So point is a dot. We can use a pen or a sharp pencil to make the dot. And the dot in the Rangoli are the symbols for the points. Okay, so that is meant by the point. Line segment and the lines. We have to take the 2 points. Now you can see that we have taken the point A and point B, right? These are the 2 points we have taken on a sheet of the paper, and then we have to join them by using the ruler. So we have a 2 point, we have taken the 2 point, and we can join this 2 point with ruler or the scale. We get the straight line AB. So when we join this 2 point, we can get the straight line, and we can extend this line further on the side of the point B, on the side of the A, and how far we can extend it. Now if you extend these points on a side of A and side of B, so that will be the infinite. Okay, we can extend that point, that will be the infinite. We can extend the line both direction till the edges of the paper, and if the paper is very big, the line can be very big and long too. How long would it the line to be playing fill? Okay, so you can see that. So now let's imagine that we can extend this line forever without any limits on both sides. Now we can see that when we extend this point by drawing a arrowhead on both the side toward B and toward neck, away from the A and away from the B. So it extend from the point A, right, by the arrow, and extend from the point B on this side, that is the B. So we can imagine that we can extend this line forever without any limits on both sides to show how this extend line on the paper, and we can use the arrowhead at both ends of the line. And mathematics, when we say line, we mean a straight line. The first line that we draw was on the line a point A, right? Point A we have, and on point B we have, it was a piece of or the segment. As we see that there is a segment, so there is a two dot, right? So line segment P and Q. So there are the segment which is not a particular line. So it end on the P and end on a Q. So a line A segment has a 2 points and showing the limit, and that are called the endpoints. So that's why they have the P and Q are the endpoints. A and B are the endpoints. So we can write the segment AB as in seg A. So we can describe the segment in the form simple. We can write the seg AB in short. So A and B are both endpoints. A line is a name using a small letter or by using a 2 points on the line L and has shown alongside. So we can even write, so here the line L by the small letter. Alongside, the name can be written on the line PQ. Now, line PQ we can write, or we can write line QP, right? So we can, same thing as here, we can write the name for this line by small letter M. So we can say that the line M, or we can say that this line segment, so we can write seg AB, right? Or we can extend the segment from A to this side and B to this side, and we can name the line as in line M. Got it? So next is a ray. Rays, look at the picture. So do you see that the rays starting from the sun, right? Rays starting from the sun and go forward in all directions. So we can see that they are all directions. So they are goes on from the all directions toward they are spreading 360 degrees from all directions. So light rays from the torch also start from the point and go forward continuously in one direction. Now you can see that from the torch we can start a point, right? And the rays from the torch also start from the point and go forward continuously in one direction. So ray isn't part of the line. So as you see that ray isn't part of a line, it starts at a point and goes. So we have to forward continuously in the same direction, and starting point of the ray is called the origin. Now here we can see that the rays will start at the point P. So the point P, which is we call as an origin, where it start. So P is an origin, and arrowhead is drawn to show that the two rays is infinitely in directions Q. So the two rays is infinite directions. So this arrowhead which represent the infinite directions. Infinite in the directions. In the directions of Q. In the directions of Q. So in this figure, we can read the ray PQ. So we can read the ray PQ. So the ray PQ is not read as a ray QP. Why? Because the ray is starting from the origin, which is a P, and from the Q, it's infinitely goes on, right? But we are not to say as in QP, because it's this direction is infinitely goes on, but here the P it stops, so it is the end point. So or we can say that it's the origin, right? And is the re will be original or its starting point. Got it? Let's stop.